Hi, Pastor Nathan Decker with your hashtag Better Together devotion for today. And as we close out the series on Epiphany and we close out the readings within the Gospel of Matthew, talking about the wise men are warned in a dream to go home by a different way. Joseph is warned and leads Mary and the Christ child. The Holy Family also is led by a dream. And what's interesting, and I love this, is that they're unable to go back. They're unable to go back the way they came. Instead, they have to go to Egypt. They don't go back home. I mean, they live in Egypt actually for a few years. The idea here is that we can't go back the way we came. And I love that around this New Year time. Because so oftentimes in churches and as a people of faith, sometimes we say, well, if we could only go back to the good old days, the golden days, and this church pastor used to be filled with people. Well, we can't go back. We have to go forward. And sometimes forward means going into Egypt. Egypt doesn't have exactly a very good reputation in the Bible. Think about Exodus. Sometimes we have to go all the way to a different place, a foreign land, before we understand what we're doing. It may feel uncomfortable. We may not hear things like we want to hear them. We may not understand what we're hearing. But God is at work leading us forward, not backwards. You can't go back. We can't go back the way we came. And as a new year begins and an old year passes, maybe it's a good thing that we change numbers on the calendar. Maybe it's a good thing that we acknowledge that there is such a thing as the past and such a thing as the future. Maybe it's a good thing that we acknowledge that this old year has passed away, died, is no longer with us, will no longer be the way we are, and that the new year is being born. A new beginning, a fresh start, a place where God is leading us to new things, leading us not the way we came, but to the way we maybe should be, leading us in the way that is Christ. Today, look back and say goodbye. Say goodbye to the way things were. Say goodbye to the past. Say goodbye to the longings of Mr. Used to. We used to do this. We used to do that. Say goodbye to the past, with all of its imprisonment and chains, with all of its guilt and shame, and say hello to the future, with possibility, with hope, with a new place in your life. Be better together, and Happy New Year. Amen.